Welcome to the Waylight. Today's passage for the reflection is taken from the Gospel according to St. Mark, chapter 12, verses 38 to 44. Exhibition. We are so much attracted, attached, and so much interested towards this particular term, exhibition. I'm not speaking anything that of outside aspect. For example, an exhibition of books, an exhibition of science, arts, or something like that. But the interior aspect, the exhibition of self. That's what we see in today's gospel passage. Bringing about the act of scribes, Jesus is teaching the people not to be so much concerned of the exhibition of one's own self. What was happening at the time of Jesus? The scribes were moving around, showing to the public that they were so much authoritative and so much power oriented, and they are the people of authorities, and also they were saying a lot of long lengthy prayers, and they themselves were projecting towards the people as the spiritual leaders and as the spiritual persons. So that's what Jesus is telling, that we are so much concerned of the exhibition of one's own self. We cover up our mind setup, our own self, and we are showing another face of our own self to the people. That which is fake. Today's gospel passage is a continuation of yesterday's. Yesterday we saw how the scribes were considering Christ as inferior, taking some sort of points from the scripture. They were saying that the Christ is the son of David. So Jesus brings about a kind of correction to their statements, saying that Christ is more than David. So yesterday we were dealing how the people of scribes were seeing the cover of a book. In the sense, by seeing the outer aspects, they calculate the quality of a person, but it is not so. We have to see the heart of the person. We have to go right to the person's mind and heart and find out the quality of the person. Towards the end of today's gospel passage, we see an example how God sees the mindset of a person, the heart of a person. God enters into the depth of the mind and soul of the person. He values the heart full of a person. That's what we see in today's gospel passage. Jesus brings about some sort of acts of the scribes and telling the people not to be likewise. And Jesus brings about his own example by seeing a lady, a woman who was offering to God whatever she was carrying. She was a poor widow. Still, she had offered to God whatever she had. And Jesus, what kind of reply Jesus said to the disciples? She had given more than the others, more than the rich men. How Jesus could say in that way? She had given only 2 copper coins. All the other rich men had given more than her. Maybe hundreds of multiple value of coins they had given than the woman. But Jesus went to the depth of her heart and mind. That's what we see in today's gospel passage. From this we have to understand that the mindset of God and human being, that is very vast different. The difference between God's understanding and human beings' understanding are just vast in different extremes, just like earth and heaven. So we have to understand that, and we have to get a lot of inspiration from Jesus, how to understand the people. We should not understand a book by its cover. Inside the book, there is a content. We have to understand that content. Only then we will get a lot of knowledge and wisdom from that book. So that is the aspect. Jesus, through today's gospel passage, tells all of us that there is a possibility in everybody's life, in all the human beings. By seeing outer aspects, we should not judge anybody, but we have to see the interior, the depth of the heart of a person. That's what we see through today's gospel passage. And as we are pondering upon today's gospel passage, let us ask God's special grace to be like Jesus, not to be like the scribes, showing their own act of exhibition, their own self to others, showing the fake identity of their own self to others in the public, in the marketplaces. But instead, to be like Jesus, find out, go into the depth of everybody's heart and find out the real quality of a person. By seeing a person, we have to understand the possibility out of that person. So let us ask God's special grace to be like Jesus. Always find some sort of meaning in all the things that we see and in all the human beings whom we meet. May God bless us all.